My name is Sean Damry. I just turned 20 on the 25th December. Today's the 27th. And for context, we're filming inside the football cage that I grew up in. Very nostalgic. Yeah, I grew up playing football in this estate, Ivybridge estate, from nursery till about 15. Then we moved up to the West Midlands in Wolverhampton, and that's where I've been growing up ever since. So that's a bit on who I am. I'm currently now a videographer slash content strategist, document everything behind the scenes. I'm by no means, I guess, an expert. I've got so much to learn, but I've been documenting everything from when I started my gap year journey to now, and what it's been like building a business as a 19-year-old and now 20-year-old in the UK. Cool. We just got back from London. I was in Ivybridge, shot my first YouTube video. We just got back. I'm knackered, I feel muggy, but I want to work. So what we're gonna do, we're going on a run with Ben, a good friend of mine, who runs super quick. And he wants, I call him, I'm like, oh, I wanna run a 5K. Of course he's on it. But then he says,
you're gonna run a 10K at 4 minutes 30.
Dark. Got the shoes, about to get in the car and pick up my boy. And we're gonna start. He says he knows the 10K route and it starts from his place, so probably just gonna follow his lead. Yeah, man. It's been a good couple of days. Got to catch up with family, with friends. Shout out Abdul. Had Chicago Grill, it's my favourite. And yeah, then once we get back, gonna get back to editing. That's all I'm really doing now, filming, editing and working on site, which I really want to stop soon, but yeah. Peace. Alright, cool. It's 1:40 and I've just spent 3 hours 32 minutes making this freaking Miro board, yeah, and it's not even done. What I'm trying to say, yeah, these consultants, these online like entrepreneurs, right, that you're seeing that make these like Miro videos, yeah, I don't know what they're doing, but I don't know how they're just pumping out these Miro boards like nothing. My brain is fried. But 3 hours 30 minutes and it's not even done. It's important though. So for context, this is gonna be the main lead magnet video I attach to my 3 pinned videos that are gonna be on my page. It's a ABC framework breakdown, a Miro board breakdown, and I'm gonna attach it to the 3 pinned videos, and these videos need to be out by Wednesday, he said. So yeah, we're grafting. During the day we're at the construction site, so in the mornings and nights like this I'm working on my content and the business. Yeah, see you in a bit. What time is everyone getting there?
Master is already there. I should have been there for 8:30.
We're getting ready to leave. I'm lucky that my dad is an electrician and he takes on these private jobs and stuff like that, but he doesn't force me to come to work. Like, I don't want you guys to build the wrong impression. I've just chosen to work with him and help him out since I was 15, and choosing to still work with him now is for an entirely different reason. Back then when I was in year 11, I just wanted a bit of money for the summer, right? Now it's more so, in my opinion, there's too many people trying to offer a service and that don't entirely understand their niche and their ICP, and that's because either they haven't picked the right niche, they just picked a niche they thought was profitable, so they're all about the money, and then they're just not interested, right? And for me, it's like I'm willing to do anything to make sure like my service is impeccable, so that worst case scenario, my customer experience has been amazing and their content, right, the quality of their creatives are so amazing that they can leverage them long term. That becomes evergreen and it compounds over time. But it means now that they have like a bank of creative assets that they can now leverage during conversations, during interactions, during networking, during outbound, or during the onboarding process, so that without them their business functioning. Because working this job, to tie it back to what I was saying, working this job, like, yeah, I understand the feeling of getting stuck in the day-to-day now, within the property sector. Like, this is what it could look like for someone, but even outside of this, like, outside of being on site, they're getting stuck in so many like day-to-day responsibilities that when it comes to enjoying the fruits of their labor and really starting to not exit the business but delegate responsibilities, margins disappear and their business falls apart because it's built all around them. And that's where like content, marketing strategies, paid advertisement, that's where they begin to leverage those creative assets. So now they're not having to just rely on their own presence, if that makes sense. And all they have to do is show up authentically online. But yeah, to tie this full circle, yeah, I don't enjoy this job at all, really. But it's part of the hustle, and these are the lengths I'm willing to go to make sure I understand my customer properly, understand the niche properly, not only from a theory perspective but a practical perspective. Because yeah, there's nothing pushing me to go to this job. Brother, I promise you it's not about the money, cuz. It's not. Love of the game, really. But yeah, these are lengths I'm willing to go to understand my ICP, to understand my niche, to improve the service I'm offering. Because I also now understand that this business isn't like a 1 year or 6 month journey. Like, people are always asking themselves the wrong questions and always fast forwarding, like, how quick can I delegate? How quick can I move away from the business? When it comes to online businesses specifically, everyone's racing for that 5 grand a month mark, 10 grand a month mark. Okay, cool. How can I move to Bali, travel abroad and delegate my whole business? And it kills it, because there's a large percentile of people, of guys that see that, yeah, and when it doesn't happen for them, it discourages them, and then they just fall back into, okay, cool, this isn't real. And then again, the skepticism and the lack of trust in the UK is because of stuff like that. And like, if you're in that same position, like if you're about to take a gap year, if you're on a gap year, if you're starting a business in the UK, stop expecting this to be like a 1 year journey or a 6 month journey. It sounds delusional, but you have to think like this. In my head, I am making 10 grand a month. So I think like I'm making 10 grand a month. I behave like I'm making 10 grand a month. I document my life like I'm making 10 grand a month. Dude, I make £200 a week from this job. But yeah, we're on the way to the construction job. And the main reason I do this, if you're wondering like, oh Sean, why are you going to this job? Yeah, this isn't my passion, mate. I just really want to understand my market a lot more than I currently do, and I'm just willing to do anything to achieve that. And not only that, I'm far more empathetic to my ICP. I'm now becoming my ICP. I feel like when you can get in the position where you become your ICP, you're selling to yourself, things become a lot more clearer on like what you need to do and how you're going to get there and how to market yourself, how to build your personal brand, how to build positive associations, what your authority content is going to look like, what your audience building, what your brand building content is going to look like, etc. Your creatives are just going to level up, your messaging is just going to level up, your business is just going to level up, because you understand your ICP from an empathetic standpoint. So yeah, that is why I do this job. I'll see you guys in a bit. That was 10 minutes of talking. Wow. Teach me. Yeah. Cool, just pay for parking. We're now at Joey's. As you can see, my favorite was the taco. Well, as you can't see, my favorite was the tacos. And then
the loaded fries, the brisket, and then the chicken.
That food was pain, bro.
Times like this, the rhyme like this, so I had to grind like that, to shine like this. In a matter of time I spent on some locked up shit in the back of the paddy wagon, cuffs locked on wrist. See my dreams unfold, nightmares come true. It was kinda married the game, and I said, yeah, I do. If you want it.
Cool. So Thursday, 1st January. It's 11. We woke up very late, but we're starting with a 5k run. Starting you with a 5k run. Trying to maintain that. But yeah, I recently journaled that last night I was quite pissed off because I feel like whenever I want to talk about my business ideas, they're immediately challenged, and it's not a problem because it pushes me, but sometimes it's frustrating. But I feel like the reason why it frustrates me is because, and I hate to admit this, the things that they're saying are true. For example, a bad habit I have is waking up like super late, like I've done today. I've woken up at 11. I know we got home late, but my dad is off today, but was still up from 7, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, and then we've got other things in the works. Might be changing location soon, but yeah, we'll see. I need to show you guys something. It's I think it's around 9:15. I've been up since 6:30. This morning we're working on a lead magnet for a client that I want to deliver this week, and then we're working on my Mario board again. We have the whole, well, we have until 12:30 to be doing that. Then we've got Friday prayer because it's Friday today from 1 till 2. Then I'll be working again. Hopefully the Mario board will be complete by then, so I'll be doing the filming for the Mario board and then scheduling content, and then we have to travel from 3 to get to Birmingham for 4:30 because we have a it's like an Islamic scholar event, and so there's gonna be a ton of scholars called Light Upon Light, but I can't bring my camera, which is annoying. But yeah, I'm not getting it confiscated, so if anything I'll film my phone in a bit. We're on the way to Light Upon Light. Yeah, man. It's my first time at one of these events, and the time is quite frustrating because I was doing work and I didn't get to finish it, but I don't know if you'll... Oh man. Yeah, I'll finish the work when I get back. I mean, we're only driving to town, and I've never driven on ice before. It should be fine though, we'll see how it goes.
So how was the event, Sean?
I can't lie, it was a masterclass, bro. Mashallah, it was very good, man. It is the 1st of January, and I have now been doing this for nearly 2 years, a year and 3 months to be exact. I started in September 2024, immediately after I left school. If you don't know who I am, my name is Sean Damry, and I'm trying to figure out how to make a business online. A question that's been asked me very frequently as of recent, coming into the New Year's, by people that are very close to me and care about me. And I know this question comes from a place of concern and, you know, that they care. But it is, you know, why haven't I parked this to the side yet? It's been a year and 3 months. Time is passing. You know, I haven't been the most successful. Why haven't I parked this to the side, gotten a part-time job, gotten a full-time job, and then maybe come back to this in the future? You know, why am I still doing this? Even though I haven't been successful at all. And the thing is, I don't know. I don't have a strategy. I don't have a framework. I don't have a solution or anything motivational. I don't know why I've continued going, which is why I struggle to have this conversation all the time. But I do know one thing, and I know that I just want to do better. And choosing this path over others means that every single day I make a decision to continue pursuing this means I'm pushing myself 1% closer to that, and I'm satisfied with that. I'm satisfied that maybe I have to keep on taking 1% steps that compound over the next 5 years, over the next 10 years. But to me, this is meaningful and intentional work, and if I park this to the side and went and got a part-time job or a full-time job, not only would that be too easy, but it would just be an escape. You know, I was just choosing the safe route, and I wouldn't feel like I'm living up to the potential that I have. You know, a lot of us have so many great dreams and make excuses not to chase them. I think I just don't care, and I just want to do better. There isn't a solution. I'm just throwing myself into the deep end and I'll figure it out. And if I try to figure it out for long enough and do everything that I can, invest every penny that I have, invest every bit of time that I have to figuring this out, something will happen. Something has to happen. Yeah, so that is my mindset coming into January 1st of 2026 and continuing to pursue this business journey. Not because I know how to, but because it's the only thing I know I want to do. After football, this was the only thing I knew I wanted to do, and I'm not letting go of that. It doesn't matter how many people come and tell me. It doesn't matter how many people come and challenge me. It doesn't matter if I don't make any money within the next 1 to 3 years. Maybe it's delusion, but I know something will happen if I do this for long enough. So if you are in the same position, I haven't got the solution for you. But after a year and 3 months of doing this, all I know is to keep on going. I hope that was a refreshing perspective. I'll see you guys in the next one.